Subscribe, like, share, comment, because the story you're about to hear will hold your heart till the very last second. Aaj ki kahani shayad apka sakni ka tarika badalda, because sometimes, the most dangerous monsters aren't the ones we imagine, they're the ones hiding where we never look. The whispers started the night the lights flickered in the mansion, when little Alina, a fragile 8-year-old girl born into more luxury than most could imagine, screamed so loudly that every servant on the estate came running. Her millionaire father, Zayn Malik, one of the youngest real estate tycoons in the country, rushed to her room, only to find her trembling, choking for breath, clinging to her blanket. Doctors said asthma. Therapists said anxiety. Specialists said rare allergies. But none of the medicines, none of the machines, none of the prayers, were helping. Until, one evening, the new nanny walked into the room, and her eyes fell slowly, very slowly, under Alina's bed. And that, Dostan, was the moment that changed everything. Zayn Malik had everything, except peace. Every night he sat beside his daughter's bed listening to her struggle to breathe, her little chest rising like it was carrying the weight of the world. Hospital beds, oxygen masks, endless tests, Alina was tired. Her father was exhausted. The mansion felt like a palace drowning in silence and fear. When Alina's old caretaker retired, Zayn hired Rania, a soft-spoken woman in her mid-20s with calm eyes and the kind of warmth children instantly trusted. On her first day, while others avoided the haunted feeling room, she walked right in, sat beside Alina, and touched her forehead gently. "You're safe," she whispered. "I'm here now." But safety was the last thing that existed inside that room. Every night, Alina woke up coughing violently. She pointed under the bed, her lips trembling. "There's something there. It watches me." Zayn dismissed it as nightmares. Doctors recommended sleep therapy. But Rania felt something else, an uneasiness that crawled along the walls. One evening, Alina's coughing turned so severe her breath almost stopped. Zayn rushed her to the hospital again. Rania stayed behind in the mansion, pacing the hallway, thinking. Why was Alina only sick in her room? Why always at night? Why worse when she was near her bed? She walked back inside the room, turned on the lamp, and kneeled beside the small, white princess-style bed carved with roses. She gently lifted the bed sheet hanging to the floor. At first, she saw nothing but darkness. Then, a glint. A metallic glint. She reached deeper, and her fingers wrapped around something cold. When she pulled it out, her heartbeat stopped. A small, black device. With blinking red lights. With dust. With wires. It wasn't a toy. It wasn't something a child could put there. It was a hidden air-tampering device. Something that could slowly release fumes, something that could make a child very, very sick. Rania's hands shook as she looked again under the bed, and noticed faint scratches on the wooden floor. As if something heavy had been dragged in and out many times. Someone had placed it there. Someone who knew the house. Someone who wanted Alina sick. Or worse. Rania dialed Zayn immediately. "Sir, you need to come home. Now." Zayn stormed back into the mansion with the hospital's discharge papers still in his hand. When Rania showed him the device, his face drained of color. He stumbled back, gripping the wall. "No, no, this can't be. Who would do this?" But Rania had already noticed something. The device had a faint logo, barely visible. And it matched the security company Zayn's own brother worked for. His younger brother, Faraz. A man Zayn trusted. A man often inside the mansion. A man who had everything to gain if Alina, Zayn's only heir, became weaker, or died. Because 2 years ago, Zayn had changed his will. Everything, every business, every estate, was left to Alina. Not Faraz. The truth hit Zayn like a truck. His own brother. Rage, fear, disbelief, all tangled inside him. But he wasn't ready to accuse anyone without proof. So he acted calm, hid the device, and set up cameras around the house. For 3 nights, nothing happened. On the 4th night, the door to Alina's room opened quietly. Someone walked in. A shadow bent near the bed. A hand reached under it. The next morning, the footage left no room for doubt. It was Faraz. Face clear. Movements deliberate. No hesitation. Zion fell to his knees. The betrayal crushed him. Memories of childhood, shared dreams, brotherly laughter, all turned into dust. He confronted Faraz in the living room. Why? Zion's voice cracked. She's just a child, my child. Faraz didn't even deny it. I deserved everything you stole. Alina was never supposed to replace me. She's weak, always sick. The family empire should be mine. Those words sliced open Zion's heart. Rania called the police. Faraz was arrested, screaming curses as he was dragged away. But Zion wasn't thinking about justice. He ran to Alina, scooped her in his arms, held her tight, and cried for the first time in years. I'm sorry. Baba is so sorry. I didn't protect you. Alina, though weak, touched his cheek. You came back for me, that's enough. After Faraz's arrest, Alina's condition improved shockingly fast. Within weeks, her cough disappeared. Her color returned. She started laughing again, playing again, living again. And Zion? He learned that wealth can build a mansion. But love protects the home inside it. Rania stayed on as more than a nanny, she became family. A guardian angel who saved a little girl's life. The mansion slowly filled with light again. No more fear. No more secrets. Just a father and daughter healing together, because one brave woman dared to look where no one else did. And if you're still here listening, maybe this story found you for a reason. Sometimes the things hurting us are hidden right where we sleep. And sometimes, all it takes is courage to look underneath. Subscribe, like, share, and comment, because more heart-touching stories are on the way.